Hello, adventurers! My name is Matt Kroeger, your Mold RPG Game Master, and this is the One Shot to Survive podcast. Every episode, I'll be joined by guests who will play characters straight out of our world today and will be teleported to alternate realities and must figure out how to get back home. But, most importantly, will they survive to tell their stories? This week's guests are Lauren Smith, Eli Galliher, and Colin Orr. All right, let's roll. Welcome to another episode of One Shot to Survive. I am thrilled to be joined by our players this week. Eli, Lauren, Colin, thank you so much for joining. And actually, Eli, I'm going to give you this moment as a plug because we have D&D celebrity on from the streaming Rainbow. Do you want to tell everybody a little bit about that?
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Eli from Streaming Rainbow. We are a TTRPG collective who are queer and diverse and just here to have a great time. When you don't find me here doing this one shot, you can find me in literal hell, running Inferno on Twitch every other Friday. So come check us out. We would love to have you. And I'm so happy to be here. I love trying new games, so let's go.
Let's do it. Mold RPG. All right, let's see if it holds up to literal hell. Well, let's jump right in and introduce our characters this week. Let's start with you, Lauren. Lauren, which character are you going to play?
I am going to play Fern. She just goes by Fern, no last name. She is an art teacher at a local community center and the most artsy fartsy hippy dippy person that you will ever meet. Her skills are creating art out of literally anything. She wears a lot of pockets, so she's always got materials that she finds in the wild. So her second skill is scavenging for useful, pretty things. She'll just pick up random rocks and shells and baubles and bits and put them in her pockets. She's got a lot of sharpened pencils stuck in her hair and just her third skill, she is so flexible, both physically and mentally. All that yoga and meditation. And her shadow, she is very easily distracted by shiny pretty things, interesting clouds in the sky. Just about anything can capture her attention.
All right, so we've got Art MacGyver joining Fern. Eli, who are you playing this week?
So I am going to be Kyle, he, him. Kyle is just your average guy. He's like an IT help desk person, so he works from home, doesn't really go anywhere. But he's really good. So I've made one of his skills camouflage. Now that can mean literal camouflage, or it could be like social camouflage. He's really good at fitting in. He's also really good at puzzles. Like he likes Sudoku and riddles and like doing the New York Times. What's the Wordle? He's Wordle. Really like he's always doing. His nemesis is the New York Times Wordle. And then when he does leave his office, when he does leave his house, he does it on rollerblades because he's really, really good at rollerblading, y'all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And his shadow is that he's always suspicious You don't see that conspiracy board in the back of his house. You don't see that. That's not there. But there is. There's a lot of red yarn. He goes to Michael's a lot.
A lot of red yarn.
I think Fern has some red yarn in her pocket somewhere.
Excellent.
Wonderful. All right. So, conspiracy theorist, all things camouflage, Wordle nemesis, Kyle.
Wordle nemesis.
Okay. Colin, I have an idea of who you'll be playing, but just for shits and giggles, what character are you bringing this week?
Oh, I am playing myself. Oh yeah. Colin Orr here, bringing skills that you all know. Photography. I wanted. I just love having that skill.
It's been consistent. Yeah.
And
I mean, when you're good at something, you're good at something.
I put drawing as one of my skill, and I kept barista.
Mm.
And so my shadow is that I'm a people pleaser. Just a straight up people pleaser.
All right.
As somebody who worked at Starbucks with Colin in our early 20s, can confirm.
Fact check. True. Yeah. We've already started some of these at a coffee shop. Otherwise, I would think that. But maybe, you know what, Kyle? I think, or I'm already calling you by your character name. But just given what you set us up with, we've got Colin, aspiring, maybe not even aspiring, just legitimate artist of all kinds here with photography, drawing, and now I have to know which of you was the latte foam artist, if at all.
Oh, this was before the days of
latte
art,
we were.
Starbucks makes foam latte art.
This was
drink.
This was the early 2000s.
They only have 3 minutes to make a drink. They can't do latte art.
A peek behind the screen, into the lives of Colin Orr and Eli Galliher. No, this was screaming the lyrics to Country Roads at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
To entertain the masses. We were awful.
Okay.
Old people hated me. Like I was told to my face that old people hated me because I was up in the morning.
We had to be though.
Yeah. All right. Well, Colin, given your desire to please, I think there's only one spot where we start this episode, given our red yarn. We're just going to pin that straight here at like minute 1, and we're going to follow it for a while, and we're going to go straight through Michael's. So
perfect.
I think our scene to pull you all together is you all are heading to Michael's to get some supplies. Fern for a variety of reasons, surely. Kyle for reasons we'll see if you're willing to divulge your little pet theories here. But Colin, let's start with you. You're walking into Michael's on an average, today's Sunday that we're recording. So it's a random Sunday afternoon. What might you be looking to pick up at Michael's?
You know, I got to go by that Bob Ross station. They always have a little Bob Ross area. And I'm looking at the different brushes, and I'm thinking to myself, did Bob Ross really use this brush? Is this the type of brush that he would use on a painting?
There's a very old man employee standing there. Not even an employee. He's just a regular person standing in front of the Bob Ross stuff and sees you like eyeballing it for a long time, just thinking with your internal monologue about whether Bob Ross actually used these products. And he's kind of put off by you for reasons unknown. There's just something about you. He doesn't like, this older man just doesn't like you. And he's like, are you gonna buy it or what? What's your deal?
Well, I gotta make a lot of decisions here. I just don't know really. But
what decisions? Just pick a brush, man.
Is there some brush that you like to use? I like.
We'll cut back to this because I have a thought. Fern, what is something as an art teacher you'd be looking for potentially down this kind of Bob Ross aisle?
I think Fern usually goes straight for the clearance section in the back of the store that has all of the random stuff that nobody wanted over the last several months. Because, art teachers have a habit of collecting all of the random stuff to use in their projects and everything. So I
So
think
many pipe cleaners.
yeah,
So many pipe
exactly.
cleaners
Pipe
back there.
cleaners, like those mirror discs that you can glue on things and just so many random things. So I think she already has a basket full of random stuff she just like swiped off the counter, and maybe she does do actual painting as well, so maybe she's going to stock up on some oils, and so she's wandering down that aisle now.
Okay, so this old guy sees you coming, and as well as is now confronting Colin about like which brush to use or whatever. He goes, "Well, I don't work here. Okay, I'm just looking for the pipe cleaners. I don't really want to talk to you anymore, Miss. Do you know where the pipe cleaners are?"
You know what? I think these pipe cleaners were on clearance, but I'm pretty sure you can find pipe cleaners over in aisle 22. It's on the other side of the store. So this is the fine art section, and all the craft stuff is on the other side.
Thank you very much. I'm chasing down a lead. Actually, I've got a. Can I tell you a secret?
Oh, I love
He looks
secrets.
at the two, looks at the, kind of glances more to you, Lauren, your Fern character, and very quickly looks over to you, Colin, but then turns his back to you to like just look at Lauren. Um, Goes, I hear big pipe cleaners. There's chemicals in these that they're just letting go to the kids. And I'm going to crack this case wide open because I've got all the time in the world.
Chemicals, but they don't have any warning labels on them. I don't say she's like pulling out and checking all of the labels on everything in her basket.
Exactly. They don't, there's no labels. They don't want you to know that they're cheapening the product for their own selfish gains. Kyle, you are standing. Where would you be standing at this point, or where would you like to be standing at this point?
I because baskets are a conspiracy, just an armful of red yarn. Just so much red yarn. And like it just like yeah, so much yarn. Listen, it's a deal because there's always a deal at Michael's, which is also a conspiracy. Anyway, no, it's like Kyle has like a sixth sense when it comes to people with bullshit conspiracy theories. So it's like he has been drawn. So he's like peeking around the counter, but no, around the corner of the aisle, and you can't see him. All you can see is a pile of red yarn. And yeah, so he's just kind of listening to this. It's like, yeah, I could see
Give
it.
me
Pipe cleaner.
You're gonna get our first roll, Eli.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna call it a physical roll for like juggling this much red yarn.
Okay.
So just give me like a regular against your physical number. You want to meet or beat it.
Awesome.
To see if you hold on to this.
I am not probably. Guys, for our audience, I famously roll like shit, which my players love when I GM. Nah, I got a 13 and I have a 15 currently for my. I did 15 and 15, so I bought like I'm so close to it, like I bobble it, and then suddenly it's just an avalanche of yarn.
Yeah,
No!
so this red yarn explodes out, rolls past everybody in such a way that the old man. I rolled a natural 20 actually.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He sees it as just like divine intervention that this has to be true. And he looks over to you. He sees you peeking around the corner bumbling and thinks you're in on it. and is just convinced that it's Big Pipe Cleaner.
I am with Big Pipe Cleaner. Yes.
He stiff arms you, Lauren, to get out of the. Actually, no, that would
Rude.
make he sees you, Lauren, or he sees you, Fern, and he's like, and he turns around and just trucks you, Colin. So we're gonna do a physical roll to see if you like remain standing.
Sir, this is a Michaels.
That's a 2.
Okay, so you're gonna take 2 damage before we even get to our one shot.
Oh no!
He just this 85-year-old man just shoves you into the Bob Ross oil paints.
He's got cocaine bear strength.
Yeah. This is he's baby booming through you.
He goes to silver sneakers.
Yeah. Colin, give me just like a chance roll. Like if it's above a 10, then you're good. But if it's below a 10, then something funny will happen.
That was a nat 20.
Okay. All right.
Nat
Well, I guess I'll
20.
ask you, do you want some sort of Bob Ross-ish costuming to happen right now?
I feel like the yarn should make a fro. Like the red yarn.
Oh
should
no,
make a fro.
Bozo the Clown meets Bob Ross.
Oh no!
That's totally what happens. So for whatever reason, like in your bumbling, it's in this like very silly sequencing of events where some rolls on the ground, but the rest of it like flew up on top of the shelves and bounced and rolled and rolled and rolled. And after Colin got trucked, he bumps into it and then it falls on his head. And exactly at the time that you get your red yarn afro, and it's an exact moment that like spewing from the Bob Ross oil paints that are branded with his face on it, this black, oozy, creepy mold flies out and spills onto you, Colin, and seeps down the aisle and creeps up over onto you, Fern. And around the corner, it follows the red yarn string all the way to you, Kyle. And all 3 of you are enveloped in this spooky silhouette of black void interdimensional goo, and you teleport to another dimension. So what we do on this show is we have 4 one-shot options locked and loaded. All the 4 of you will know are the titles, which we'll read here in a second, and then we will roll for which one we will be playing. So that's the fun of seeing how our 3 mismatched characters come to interact in this new environment or this new challenge. So let's start. Lauren, what is our first option that we could be playing today?
First option is everyone's a banana.
And Eli, what is our second option?
The second option is Dragon's First Taco, which is very funny, guys, because my username is Eli the Comfort Dragon, so fitting.
Oh, this would be the first time we've had like...
I've never had a taco, guys. Wow.
So, Eli, you will be playing the dragon.
Always.
We'll see. Colin, what's our third option?
The Serial Killer Files.
And our fourth option is the Retirement Party. So, Colin, if you will do the honors of rolling a d4 to determine
Here
which
we go.
one we'll
Drum
be
roll.
Hey. Number 2. Dragon's First Taco.
It had to
It
be,
was
guys.
meant to be.
It fully had to
Meant
be.
to
Oh
be.
my gosh, this is perfect.
All right, so Dragon's First Taco. The dragon rests deep within the freckled mountains, protecting an ocean of treasure of astronomical value. The ancient beast awakens only to raid or to eliminate those that seek to steal from the massive bounty. It is believed that somewhere amongst the gold and jewels is a powerful magical item called the Blood Bonding Blade. Legend states that whosoever wields this weapon can control entire civilizations. The party must decide, are you interested in life-changing power or just a quick score? And when we come back, we will hear the molds for our characters, as well as maybe what creature form they've decided to inhabit. So you all are heading off to the Freckled Mountains to confront UFO the dragon and explore this treasure. Let's hear both what mold you've chosen as well as what character, race, creature you'll be inhabiting once you kind of rematerialize. Lauren, let's start with you.
All right. So Fern emerges as the demolition mold, aka conjurer. So she is, I mean, true to her personality, has transformed into an elf, like a wood elf, though. So hair's still kind of up in a messy bun, but instead of pencils stuck in her hair, she's got arrows for her longbow. And
Nice.
still has lots of pockets and stuff that she can keep things in.
All right, we've got a wood elf in the party. What about Kyle, Eli?
Yes. So Kyle's mold is the mastermind, which is also known as the scholar mold. And his disheveled and haphazard human body has turned into that of a bugbear. So there's fur just sticking up in all weird places and looking very scattered, arms very long and just strange. So just like the gawkiness of his personality has become a physical gawkiness that is truly something to behold. Yeah, and he's here. His tusks, he's just like, oh shit. Oh no, my physical now matches my inside. Oh no.
All right, Colin, bring us home.
So I turned into a halfling with a red afro because the yarn just created this character, and I feel like I got smushed, and so now I'm just this little guy. And I chose the infiltrator, which is on the survivor side. And I feel like I'm in a new world because I'm small now.
Yeah, we've established this of Colin's height in past episodes, that this is going to be a challenge for you for sure. To you're going to really need to immerse yourself. Do you want to just get on your knees while you record, Colin?
I'm just going to get down low.
But only do it a little bit because your afro will be about additional 5 inches.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, you're basically the same height. You've just replaced top third with afro.
That's insane.
Yarn fro. Yeah,
yarn fro.
So, as I mentioned, you all are heading to the Freckled Mountains. Again, this is where UFO the dragon dwells. As you find yourselves rematerializing in this world, your sense memory of the alternate dimension versions of yourself are still kind of part of your consciousness. So you kind of understand just generally why you're here and what you were doing, and that is to try and retrieve this blade. There is not just the bounty of the treasure that the dragon is protecting, but also the town's notorious, very cold-hearted troll crime boss, Felonious Grizzle, has put out just an astronomically high reward out for the blade of 1,000 credits in lifetime protection, and anybody who retrieves the blade will just be wealthy beyond belief for generations to come, basically. And so many have gone to the mountain to try and retrieve it, but you as a thieves party are just the most recent crop that's gone off to try and retrieve it and see what you can find within this mountain. But as you look to your side, you see a little goblin standing next to you who's packing up her pack in the woods as you're walking. And as the three of you look down, Fern, you see, I guess, what would you be wearing that might indicate your new wood elf form?
I think she's got like tunic and leggings, but layers. So there's all the kind of the flowy bits and again, pockets. So many pockets.
And Kyle, you look down and you very well see that, like, not only are your entire body has taken on the form of an owlbear, but you also, like, as you look to maybe like speak or open your mouth to even gasp, you see these huge tusks.
I just scream. This is scary.
Fern jumps behind Colin.
Colin, as you sort of rematerialize and you hear the screams of this giant creature next to you, who you again understand to be Kyle, the version that you met for the first time briefly in a Michael's 2 seconds ago, carrying all this red yarn. But as you look, not only are you looking way up than you normally are used to, but you can see like red yarn hair draping into your eyes.
Oh, whoa. My hair is beautiful. And can I pet you?
To me?
You can't just ask someone if you can pet them.
What?
The goblin goes, Colin, quit being so weird. Quit being so weird. Quit asking. You can't just ask to pet people. We've been over this.
I'm sorry.
Can I pet you? Fern's like going to touch Colin's massive.
and I just bend it forward.
Oh! It's so. You know what? This would be great for felting.
The little goblin's just like, before we get too much further, this is probably the prime moment to, I'm going to say this will be our first stress test. So this will determine whether you succeed or fail, if you're confident or stressed, rolling with advantage or disadvantage, respectively. Given, Colin, how you've entered the scene, and the same for you, Fern, I'm going to say you have advantage on this stress test to pass it, because you're just living into this moment. But Kyle, you instantly freaked out, rightfully so. So just a regular roll for you to see how you're feeling.
17 out of 13.
10 out of 13. So I am disadvantaged, baby.
I only got a 9 out of 18.
Even with advantage? Oh, okay. Well, either of you can use some of your luck if you want to try and succeed.
I apologize. I did my math wrong initially. So it's actually, my mental is 12, but I still did not get it. For now, I think I'm going to leave it, though.
Okay.
Okay. Fern's good at like putting on it's like it's fine. You know, everything's cool. we can roll with this.
And I'm doing a little jig over in the corner. Just super psyched to be in this new body.
Woo! Yeah. Like there's like a tree branch that's hanging that Kyle has to like kind of awkwardly duck under, but you, Colin, for the first time in your life, you just like just right under it.
Yeah. Hey buddy, how's the air up there?
What's wrong with you?
I'm just psyched.
He's just trying to make the best out of a weird situation. It's okay.
The little goblin who's been like part of your gang up ahead is just like looking back at the three of you. Like, what is wrong with you today? Are we doing this or not?
Yes, ma'am. And I just run up there to her.
Yeah. I follow, just like loping with my arms, like, just like, I don't like it.
Give Kyle reassuring pats on the arm as we walk.
So as you approach, like you can kind of tell you're getting close because this huge mountain's right in front of you, and you can feel the altitude change, temperature change, just the general atmospheric quality of the environment is such that you know you're getting close to where the mountain is. So you can see as you're getting closer, Dharma goes, okay, so this is the one entrance that from my contacts from the city, I've found out, like, this is how we get in to the dragon's lair. As far as I could tell, there's no other way to get in, but I hear it's like magically protected. We're gonna have to figure out how to get in because we need to get this money. All right, I don't need to tell you all how many like horrible debts all four of us have to pay. Colin here spent all of his life savings on this haircut, and I know how hard it is on your family, Colin, that we get some of this money and take it back to Felonius. So I'm here for you, okay? But we all have a stake in the game, so I just want to make sure we're in it and we're not turning back.
I'm with you. 100%. I'm kind of happy now that I have so many empty pockets, because that just means I can fill it with more treasure.
Fern,
I'm here more for the treasure.
Yeah, Fern, I was worried about this with you because you go after the copper coins in the fountain, okay? We need you to stay focused. We're here for the blade, all right? We don't get distracted, okay?
Well, does anybody really need absolute power? That's just so much responsibility. There's so many cool things in there, I'm sure. A dragon's horde.
You're being really pushy. Why are you being so pushy?
I'm just very focused on the task at hand, okay? Just very focused. You all would know that this goblin's name is Dharma Bearclaw. So I don't think there would necessarily be a reason to introduce the character here. So but the goblin's just very she's very frazzled. Go ahead and give me a sort of a perception mental roll, Kyle, to see if you can pick up on any vibes Dharma's given off.
I went with Mind Palace as one of my powers, which adds a +4 to assess one's knowledge. So
Sure. Yeah.
cool. So it's still a disadvantage, but at least it's less bad.
Yeah.
Less bad.
I have to, so I'm at 13. So my lowest one has to be, is it meets it beats it? Is it 9 and above?
Meets it beats.
Okay.
Yeah, 9.
All right. 9 or above, guys. Let's go. They can't both suck. Yes, they can. I had a nat 20, but I did get a 13. So
oh, nice. Okay.
Success.
So you'll on your character sheet, you'll now move to neutral because you succeeded with a disadvantage. So you're not disadvantaged anymore. You're not stressed. So you could tell, again, maybe this is both your own Kyle puzzle intuition, or just the your sense memory historical knowledge of working with Dharma before, that she is being a little weird and withholding, but you know her to have generally good intentions, even if she behaves selfishly. She's a goblin and is looking for a payday just like all of you, but you've had enough experiences with her in the past that she's not necessarily here for ill intent necessarily.
Okay, so we've got to figure out how to get inside.
As you approach as you kind of work your way closer to the mountain, kind of the mountain face and where this entrance is, you see kind of this large carved out door. You see that's sort of the top of it first, and it's very, it's high up in the air. It's 3 original Collins tall, but now 12 current Collins tall. But that's our new unit of measurement, is how many.
The Moldverse measures in Collins as opposed to hands. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. But as you get
I'm a
closer,
measurement.
So Dharma whispers to you as you get closer. Goes, wait! Up ahead, about 20 Collins ahead. There's people there. There's people already trying to go in. And if you peek over, you'll see there are 5 toads, kind of little gangly pirate-esque thievy toads standing there. Dharma whispers to you, "It's the Smoky Toad Gang. I knew it. I knew Felonius was double dipping. I knew he couldn't be trusted. He's sending a lot of teams out to get the blade. We got to get there first."
Smoky toads. Do they smell smoky, or do they smoke a lot? Why are they called smoky toads?
I can't believe you're asking this. Kyle. Of all people, you should know that it's both. Of course, they smell they have smoke coming off of them, and they're always smoking cigars. Sometimes 2 or 3 at a time. That's what they do.
Great, they're gonna die of smoking. Awesome.
Are they smoking right now?
So you could hear from afar. God, I love smoking.
Great, no stealth, awesome.
So correct me if is our plan to try to take these guys out, or are we trying to sneak in past them? Should we let them set up?
We didn't plan on this. We didn't plan on this, Fern. I didn't plan on this. And Dharma's starting to freak out a little bit.
Wow, you listen. This is a lot coming from me. I'm very high strung. You have got to chill.
Try our breathing exercises.
Just touch Colin's hair. Apparently, it feels great.
Yeah.
It's great for
Okay.
felt.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
She just starts like massaging your head, like.
See?
You're right, Colin. You always want to pet people. I guess I didn't take you seriously. Petting helps, and she's like, just petting.
This is
your
why I
head.
spend the big bucks on this fat pills.
It was money well spent.
They do great work over at Therapy Hair. I just didn't believe in it. I thought it was a big scam.
It
Smells
is
a lot better than that smoke.
Okay, so wait, no. Let's see if we can just. There's only 4 of us, so let's not go after the other frogs. What can we toads? I'm so sorry. That's racist. That's amphibian racist of me. Rude. In fact, what can we do to distract them, to get them away from the entrance?
Right here, and I just point at my hair.
Well, I don't know. I feel like the more people that start petting your hair, it's gonna get a little it's gonna lose some of that luster. You got to be a little more selective with who you let.
Also, that
Pet your
smoke
hair.
smell will never leave your hair.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I don't want
totally.
that.
How about So I have this little trick where I can move a chunk of earth. A sizable chunk of earth. What if I kind of make an illusion of maybe something burrowing under the ground, kind of right behind them, or maybe in front of them, coming at them, like scare them away from the entrance.
I'm liking where your head's at.
Have it explode out at them. I don't know. I feel like maybe see how brave these toads are. They've been standing next to the entrance for a long time, so maybe they're kind of hesitating.
It seems like they're trying to figure out how to get in. So it's not like just a regular old
Oh,
door
I see.
to like open. They're trying to get this huge doorway opened.
There's some Tolkien bullshit happening.
There's
know.
some yeah. What's
read
the
those
like
books.
open sesame word in Elvish or whatever?
Befriend and enter.
Yeah, that is not the puzzle, guys. That is not. That is not.
I would have aced that.
It's a different stupid phrase. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, you could.
I think I'll be next to them then, on this side of the door, obviously, but maybe have a chunk of earth that's right next to them, just kind of lift up, kind of explode not explode, but just kind of lift up and hurl at them.
No, I mean maybe explode.
Maybe explode. So
can we crush them
I'm making
to
it
death?
look like it explodes. It's a chunk of earth. It's just gonna shoot up out of the ground right next to them.
So
While they're on their smoke break.
Yeah, they're just smoking like crazy. The power that you chose is up to your player character's weight. So that's how much you're kind of dealing with here. So from like a little explosion, maybe it would take out one of them, but it's not like so huge that it would,
wipe them all out.
Right.
You could have been an elephant person. How dare you?
Can I do it from a distance? Like we're hiding kind of around the corner.
Yeah. There's no range issue here.
Okay, so they won't know where it came from at least, so maybe we can throw them off.
Can I find a way to like camouflage how we're so we can really be hidden, so I can feel really good about that?
I'm sorry, I can't hide this.
I will shove you.
I will shove you into. Oh no!
I lift you up and like shove you into a tree.
I'm gonna roll Smoky Toad Gang. Just in general, it's not relevant yet, given that you have bright red yarn-like hair. They rolled a critical. I'm not even kidding. I've rolled a nat 20 and a critical fail 1. So they are completely colorblind, and it will not like everything just kind of washes together in gray.
And it's their eyes are just covered with a smoky film.
It's just smoke. Yeah. It's just sort of seeped into their it's like a smoky contact lens that they can't take off anymore.
Hey guys, smoking kills kids. So don't smoke.
Yeah, this is just an elaborate one shot to like convince kids.
Welcome to the 90s. It's Dare, guys.
Dare. Yeah, this is a Dare episode.
Oh my god, this is your brain on drugs.
I'll say, like Kai, I was thinking about how your camouflage skills would help here. Like you have a lot of options, but you also have it both. You have it just generally with advantage, but also Colin's hair isn't gonna get in your way. So if you want to sneak up closer to like very quickly, because you'll have to figure out how to open this door too. So there's like a time element to like if you distract them to run away or do something, they could come back. And so if you want to kind of do multiple things at the same time, you'll have a pretty advantageous role here, regardless of your stress or anything like that, to kind of sneak your crew over depending on what you decide to do.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I want to try to get the crew as close as possible. Maybe so you can explode things in a better way, but also so we're close that we can do the puzzle. But camouflage.
The first thing when you said camouflage was just like you're gonna Scooby-Doo sneak behind a bush and just like carry it.
Yeah, like literally pretty much. I know. It's like I'm gonna shove Colin into a tree with my long ass arms.
I'm gonna start acting like a bird.
And Dharma, my little guys. I'm gonna take the little guys, one in each hand, and just shove them up into the trees and go, look. Excellent.
And Fern she does all the yoga, so she can find like the weird shaped tree and like bend and like match exactly the like right
Hang
behind
on,
it.
spider monkey.
Hang on. How dare you bring Twilight into this, you dick?
Give me a advantaged like camouflage roll, Kyle, just to see how this all comes together.
They both suck. With advantage, I got a 10 on a 14, so I failed.
Okay. Do you want to push some luck in to succeed on this, or?
I think so. So done. So I am down from 20 to 16.
Okay. So remind me where everybody is. You're all just, 2 of you are up in a tree. The rest of you are kind of bending and contouring around just the nature.
I've like made myself look a little bit gnarled, like a weird, creepy Halloween tree.
I'm perched like an owl, just like with my eyes wide open, going, whoo.
Dharma's doing the same, but still like massaging your head as intensely as possible, and also like weirdly like trying to inhale as much of the like secondhand smoke that's floating around. Okay, so Fern, what just share like what it is you want the like kind of mold earth action to do, and then I will roll on my side to see how it affects the toads.
Okay, I think first instinct would just be to have a chunk equal to Fern's weight kind of rise up from the ground slowly, ominously toward the group that's smoking, that are clearly relaxed, and just have it slowly hover. I don't think it's gonna. I think it's just gonna be like menacing them, like trying
like
to
in the form of a person of an L, like of you, like coming out of the ground.
I think what would be more worrisome is just like a perfect sphere of ground. Like it seems like maybe something more unnatural is going after. So I mean, I think
okay
she's trying to kind of like nudge them, because she can't take them all out at once, so maybe just trying to kind of scare them away.
Sure. You don't have to roll for this to like succeed on it happening, I'm actually going to have you roll like its intensity though.
Okay.
That sounds more fun. So you're going to move a chunk of earth. So do like let's call it a physical or a mental roll to see if like this idea that you've conjured up is intimidating. Like how intimidating is it to this group? And I'll roll on my side to see how they react.
I just got a 10.
Okay, they got a 3, and I'm honest with all these rolls. I can't believe it. So this orb of earth ascends from the ground and just hovers in front of them. And do you want it to do any? Do you want it to like pop or like fall to the ground or just hover there?
I want it to shake, like it's about to explode, like kind of start shaking a little bit and then just get faster and faster and faster. Like, oh no, you better run.
Okay, so given how poorly they rolled, I'm going to. They all have their cigars in their mouth, right? And they were trying to figure out how to get through this door, and they're like, but the smoke, like from everything, is hovering, and as this ball like ascends in this eerie, smoky mist, they're just horrified. 4 of them just start gagging from the cigars that they're smoking and take off. This isn't worth it, and they sprint away. But one of them is still there. They're actually kind of shrouded in the smoke. They've kind of run with their gang, but they've turned around to look at you to see if you're gonna make it in. You don't know for sure if they've like departed entirely. I'll just put it that way. So you have like a quick minute to try and get inside. Well, how about this? There are 4 like little rune slots on the doorway. Presumably, if you spoke a word, you could get in, but you'll have to make like a hard sort of mental roll to see if you can kind of decipher in this moment, like what from your clues around you, just generally how to get in. So this is more like make a roll to see if you succeed and then the door will open type of thing.
Kyle is going to take this moment then to see the runes and everything and try to figure out the puzzle. Because one of my skills is puzzles, guys. This is the funny part. I chose these things at random because I was conspiracy theorist, and now I'm camouflage and puzzles.
Amazing.
How is rollerblading gonna come into play, guys? Come on.
We'll see when are those Heelys just gonna pop out and this album this is really gonna take off.
Oh, Colin. But again, I have Mind Palace, so I get to add 4 to mental. So again, that brings it back down. So I get advantage, and it brings it down to just a 9 or above. So here we go. Oh, beautiful. These are the dice I'm sticking with. 19.
Woo!
So you from this just like quick moment of like you go into the New York Times UI just like becomes like your wraparound focus, and you're like in the zone. You can see like weirdly carved off to the side as the form of a tortilla, and off to another part is the form of like meat part. The other part is like weird vegetation, and you can decipher that. If only we could write the words taco here, and you feel yourself compelled to say the word taco out loud. As you do, the door lights up in this magic, and it like the boulder moves away, allowing you to go inside.
I grab Dharma and Colin from the tree and say, guys, it was tacos all the time.
You have some?
So as you race in, you can see sort of like this just general dark like cave-like hallway as you go forward, and it's kind of drippy in here. It is dark. You see like skeletons of dead adventurers and other thieves that have been in here. They're just kind of lying around along this like rocky hallway. This will be another stress test. So this will be if you're already stressed or you're new. This is a moment where you'll move from neutral. So give me another mental roll.
I got a 19 and an 18, so it beats my 13. I'm doing actually kind of okay right now.
Yeah.
Woo! Well, good news, guys. I got a 5. So I'm stressed again. Skeletons are scary as shit.
Let's see many skeletons at the IT help desk.
It's bad here, guys.
We got this. And I tried to reach my hands up really high to rub
Uppies?
Kyle's shoulders.
Dude,
You
I
want
think
uppies?
you might be a sociopath. Why are you okay?
I just met my mental of 12, so I succeeded.
Okay. All right. So we've got 2 confident, and Kyle is just freaking out. For rightfully
Here,
so.
rubbing his hair. Rub his hair.
I don't know. I don't know why you guys are okay. I think that's something wrong with you. What?
I think Fern is honestly like looking at all of the interesting. It's just like bone. I mean, she has bones, like
This
small
is-
animal bones used in art. You know,
Oh,
there's
what a good life drawing class.
It's
Exactly.
antiquing.
The composition is beautiful.
Yeah, this is great for Colin and Fern. Just gonna take a pause and do some like graphite work, like some charcoals. Yeah.
The torchlight is making such great contrast.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Meanwhile, Dharma and Kyle are like, the fuck?
Okay, so up ahead, like beyond the skeletons, you see there's creepy vegetation, vines and stuff crawling down the sides of the walls, and vines and stuff hanging from the ceiling, as almost like roots having crawled through this tunnel. It's basically a one-way road from like as you've gone through the initial entrance, and then there's this continuing path, but now there's this like vegetation that's come down the sides and along the ceiling.
Hey, watch this, guys. I'll be right back. And I just drift into the darkness.
No, that's scary. Why are you so scary?
Where are you going? Why? We need your hair. We need your hair to stay home.
Colin, give me a disadvantaged physical roll.
Oh no.
Even though you should be confident. Actually, you're confident, so give me just a regular roll.
Hey, give me an FAFO check.
Well, that was a 2.
Good. You deserve that.
Colin, you've died once before in these episodes.
Excellent.
You feel the floor like falling out from under you.
Oh gosh.
And I'm gonna give those that are not disadvantaged or stressed out a chance to try and save you before like the floor entirely falls out. Let's go with you first, Fern. What do you want to do? You have like one move before he plummets, maybe to his death. We'll see.
Am I able to use the earth mover again to try to scoop or like move a section of earth? Like maybe if it's a tunnel, like have something go right underneath them, or
we could try that. Yeah. Just tell me what you want to do. Again, it's sort of up to your weight, and given Colin is so little, but describe what you want to happen.
So at the edge of the wherever he's falling, have whatever a section of the earth there at the edge kind of go straight across, and either maybe wedge him to the other end, the other wall of the pit.
I'm gonna say, given this situation, the what could happen in this instance is that like a bridge shoots out from the side and meets him in the middle, so it's almost like imagine you've got this big square that like presumably on the other side the path picks up again, and then there's just this drop pit. He's in the middle. He's about to just fall in this hole, but a bridge kind of shoots out from the side and he catches him. But he can't get to the other side. But at
least he's not falling.
At least he's not dead. Yeah.
Yeah. At least he's not dead.
So let's say that happens. And Colin, for whatever reason, the floor started to crumble around you. And you're like, watch this, guys. And then like this thing magically shoots out just in time as you're about to fall. But you're just standing in a pit that, by yourself now.
Whoa. Uppies, uppies.
Fern looks to Kyle.
Kyle goes over and like crouches and like his long ass arm goes down and is like, "Hey guy, hey Colin, hey, this is a lesson. Okay, learn from this.
Yes.
No more shenanigans. Okay."
Okay.
Pulls him, like grabs his hands and pulls him up.
Did you see something interesting back here? Why were you going back here?
I just want to put a smile on your guys' face.
You failed.
By putting yourself in mortal danger? Please don't do that.
Sorry.
You see Dharma very like kind of shaking loose a little bit, and she starts to sort of swing along the almost like a rock wall, like rock climbing wall, but now she's using the like vines and stuff that have been hanging along the sides of the walls and is just like climbing across. Colin, you could basically walk over if you needed to and start climbing as well, but it is slippery. You guys will have to do like a success to try and make it across. Given your bugbear form and also wood elf form, Kyle and Fern, just make this like an advantage roll to climb across. I feel like this is like natural element, even though your general forms are maybe clumsy.
I got a 16. Beats my physical 15. So.
Okay.
So I rolled a 13, so I'm going to spend a luck to meet it.
Okay, awesome. As you crawl across, you can see like this is kind of lush. Like there's little fruity blobs growing from this. It's not like dead, vegetation because it's so close to the surface as you're descending into the mountain. Colin, how are you going to get out of here? Are you going to just try and like walk across and climb, or I feel like you have some silly ideas brewing right now.
I think I'm just following the group right this moment.
Okay.
But
okay.
I'm just gonna climb and stuff.
Okay. Given how close you are, I'm not even gonna have you roll. I'm just gonna for the sake of let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Maybe you'll roll a 1 and we'll just kill off a character pretty quick.
He's trying so hard.
Oh my gosh. So do I have advantage on this?
I don't know if you are confident or not. Are you confident?
I am in confidence.
Okay, then yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was
what did you get?
That was a 1 and a 16.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I almost had you. All right. So you all like climb across and make it to the other side of where this pit was. As you're swinging by, you could see like there are just the most jagged, scary, spiky, sharp spikes at the bottom. And with, again, bodies of all types mutilated and decomposing at the bottom from others that have come this way and fallen. But you all have made it to the other side. And pretty quickly as you move along, you see there are, because you have your torch still, it starts to illuminate a bunch of like random bones that are hanging, like almost suspended by string from the ceiling that seem to go for a stretch ahead of you for quite a while.
Fern like is walking back and forth to see if some angle will like line them up to create like a full skeleton or a word or something. She's like, ooh, this I think I saw something like this in an art exhibition where it was like a bunch of pieces of junk that looked like a bird, and then you step to the side and it's all a bunch of weird stuff.
That's so good. Okay, give me a advantage mental roll to see if you can spot this right off.
Wow. I only got a 5 for my mental 12.
Oh no. Okay.
This magic guy's bullshit.
But like, ooh, look at it. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna give you at least so like you see that like 2 of them line up like perfectly to form what can only be described as like what you would see if the picture was a bone-based taco. So you see two things, but it's clearly like an incomplete picture. Like you can see like from the puzzle pieces, like there's a gap of at least 2 that are missing. but you get this feeling that like if you go up to them and you pull them, like that's sort of the like trick here is like you pull the ones in the line that like will create the correct chime. Yeah.
Can I? Kyle is watching this weird, like, almost bird-like mating dance thing that she's still like, what are you doing? And then gets behind her and just starts following along, staring, like trying to see what she's seeing.
I get behind
Like,
Kyle and
we
start
all have
swaying
different
too.
heights, so I can only see. up
Colin
to a
fully
certain height.
can't see. Colin fully
Yeah,
can't be. He's
I'm just trying to mimic Kyle.
What?
And Dharma's behind you, still rubbing your hair, and also can't see anything. So Kyle, you've got the puzzle power, so give me like your advantage to crack this scene.
I just 9 or above. Nat 20, baby.
Nat 20.
Nice.
All right.
Puzzle master.
So Puzzle Master Kyle sees that
My mind palace
sorry, Kyle. I
has
have to ask.
tacos.
Were you stressed when you rolled that?
I was.
And
Want me to roll again?
Yeah.
Still, and it was still an 18 over 9. So
Okay. So you succeed. So you can find the third piece of this puzzle where it like perfectly lines up. And in the distance, there's another door here. If you were to inspect it as you walk forward to like try and open it, it's again like magically locked with this puzzle room, but you've like cracked like, oh, I can see the third one in this sequence, and oh, we just need the last missing piece. Colin, I'm looking at you. I need you to figure out the last bone chime to yank on here.
I pick you
Boy,
up.
that's a sentence I wish I didn't say out loud.
Yeah, that's on the internet forever, bud.
Yeah.
I put Colin on my bugbear shoulders, so he's taller than his actual Colin height. You're even taller.
And I lean a little bit on Kyle's head and I go, I can figure this out. And
I believe in you.
Spring break.
all right, that is a 17 because
Ooh,
I
all right.
confidence.
Nice.
Power of friendship.
So as you go, you pull the fourth like kind of chime that's like lined up perfectly, and it goes like 4 little like musical notes, and the door like magically opens. You've avoided all the little distractors that would have led to something pretty horrific happening, and you can keep going forward.
Are you petting Kyle's hair now that you're up on his shoulders?
Yeah. I'm just.
You're in the
me a
perfect
weird-
position too.
A weird scalp massage.
Dharma rolled a 17 and is now climbed up, and you're just like a tower of like
a totem
scalp
pole.
massage. Yeah.
The goblin claws feel like those weird head scratcher things.
Oh yeah, they're like really long, and
I feel like Dharma's
so
gonna
good.
be ultra confident by the end of this.
Yeah. So as you go into this next room, I'm going to give everybody a just general. This isn't a puzzle. This is just like straight up roll your mental with no advantages to like see if you hear something.
Got 16. For mental is 12, so I beat it.
Kyle failed with a 5.
I failed with a 5.
I have so many
I
dice,
also
guys,
rolled
and
a
they
5.
all
I'm not
suck.
even kidding. I rolled a 5
What?
too. I am serious.
My gay dice have
I
failed me.
got a 16, so
All right, well, Fern, you realize that like you can hear this like creaking motion sound, and you are the first to perceive that the walls are closing in very quickly. As the door behind you has like is still open, but there's one ahead that you need to reach. But the walls are slowly closing in, almost to the pace that like you guys have not too many actions to try to make it. So I would hustle, but you got to get to the end and get to this exit. But you're gonna have to to hurry.
Puzzle. Are Colin and Dharma still on top of Kyle?
That's why I was distracted.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle, we have to play this card. What do bugbear rollerblades look like?
I think they're okay, this is a cave. I think I've looked around and I found like some some mine shaft, some like mine cart bullshit.
They're actually
it's
just
less of a rollerblade, more of like one of those weird like skateboardy things.
All right, well that's perfect. Shoot. So you've got the halfling, you've got Colin and Dharma on your shoulders already. Fern, what are you just gonna try and book it, or are you gonna try and like hold on, or like what's the play here? Are you just gonna try and sprint to the end?
I think she's just gonna try to sprint to the end. I mean, she does yoga. She doesn't really do a lot of cardio, but in a pinch, when she's panicked, she can go.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna need physical rolls from Fern and Kyle to start, just to see if and Kyle with advantage because this is your skill.
I'm going full Apollo Anton Ono in the Summer Games. Let's go.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My dice hate me. With advantage, I got 13. I burn in this luck, guys.
Okay.
I'll use the luck to meet it.
Okay.
Again, same dice. Got a 16 on a 15 physical, so I beat it.
Okay, so you both are going to easily make it to the door. It also just opens on its own because the trap has been triggered.
Automatic.
It's not like a special puzzle to open it or anything. That said, Dharma and Colin need to given that the speed at which you're rollerblading, you need to hang on. So
Yeah.
Colin, give me a roll. It's a little bumpy.
Well, and
here.
I lean forward, I'm fully again. I go into full
Naruto,
like Naruto running.
Yeah. So
Let's
Colin,
go.
give me a physical roll.
Okay. I got a 7. To my 14, I'm going to use some luck, and I'm going to. It's a lot of luck, but I'm going to use my luck.
So
You
Dharma
roll
is
off. You're holding on underneath.
Dharma rolled a natural 20. I'm not kidding.
Ooh,
She's
so-
surfing me. Yeah, she's just surfing on me.
Yeah, for whatever reason, we're gonna pipe in some California surf music here, and you guys are just ripping through this cave, and you get there first, Fern. You open the door, and it's perfectly timed where you you think of the side shot of this massive roller skating people flying by, and you just shut the door, and you hear bam as the walls collide just as you shut the door.
She's
so
honestly,
you make it to the
honestly kind of jealous of Dharma and Colin being able to. She's like, that kind of looks like fun. Maybe another time though.
But this is where, as you get to the other side, there's a little bit of a pathway, but you can see natural light streaming in, and this little arched, I guess, entryway into this larger room opens up into just a cavernous area that is just covered in treasure everywhere. This won't be a stress test as much as I just want to decide right now, just almost on in an automatic, maybe disadvantaged way for you in particular, Fern, who is easily distracted by maybe the shiny thing. How focused are you going to be in this room? So give me this won't be this will be a stress test in the sense that your stress will disadvantage you from staying with the group. So just you give me a stress test here.
5.
What's up,
Or my
boo?
mental is 12. So
You are
and
gonna be
I'm not gonna spend luck because that is absolutely Fern
Yeah.
will be distracted by all of the pretty things.
yeah. So you're in this room full of treasure. It's very, very much like Smaug, and like where do you even begin? But let's say you have a moment here to decide like your best course of action, or at least have a brief huddle in terms of like what is your agenda, or what, even individually, what are you going to choose to do, whether you say it to the group or not? Like, are you going to go for the blade? Are you going to just hoard some stuff? Are you looking for something else? Like, here's a moment to just sort of decide some of those things.
I think Kyle wants to get the sword because he's played enough video games that he knows that that's like the only way to get out of here. And also he's pretty sure the gold will not come with him to help pay his student loans off. So his sword for him.
Colin's looking for a mirror. Just a beautiful mirror.
You want to admire your hair.
Yeah.
Everybody else has been able to enjoy your hair, but you haven't been able to see
But
it
you,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a people pleaser, but aren't I people too?
And honestly, I think Fern is she is not materialist. She does not care about wealth necessarily. She's like looking for pearls and gems that she can use, and she just likes she's really truly only here for the pretty things. She doesn't really believe in money and the power of money.
So Dharma's like, okay, so we have no idea if Ufo's here or not, but we're going to have to be very quiet to find the blade so that we can, get the bounty from, like, as much as we want the treasure, we can't get distracted. We have to get the blade. Let's go. She starts taking a step forward and immediately sees Fern and Colin. You're kind of going off in a different direction immediately. Let's say there's a very, like, I'm sure there's plenty of like little doodads and trinkets to in your immediate vicinity, Fern, to kind of look for. And Colin, let's say there's like random mirrors wherever. I assume you're just making a beeline for those things, or how do you all want to like move within this space?
Yeah, if I saw a mirror out of the corner of my eye, I probably would have wanted to go look at myself. So I feel like I would have
Narcissus, no. Don't go to the river.
And Fern, what are you doing right now? Again, there's all sorts, like, if you're looking for a pearl, you could probably find it around. If you're looking for an emerald, there's probably one nearby if you were to like dig around a little bit. Like, what are you doing?
I think she's looking for anything like a string of pearls or like necklaces, jewelry that's already created that she might be able to disassemble and make into other things and just intricate work, anything artistic, or jewelry, that kind of thing.
Okay, and Dharma goes to you, Kyle. I knew they were lost causes, but at least you and I are on the same page. Where should we go? What's our strategy here?
Okay, so if a sword has a name, it's just not gonna be like thrown into some random pile. It's gonna be in some kind of high up place or some fancy place. They always put swords with names in fancy places. So I think we find like the good treasure places. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you're gonna almost like a heat map of like, oh, this is the treasure they put out front that they want to sell quickly.
This is the bullshit. Spot. This is like, these are like the gold ducats. These are the things. This is the
pipe cleaner area.
This is the clearance section of this Dragon Michaels. Red string.
Fern lives in the clearance section.
Dharma's like, I obviously know of Michael's. There's a blacksmith here named Michael, and he makes some pretty cool stuff. And so, yeah, I'm following you. He usually gives away the crap, and we need to go further in. Okay, so let's go. So you guys go further. Colin, you find your mirror. You're looking at it. Fern, you're just digging around. You find whatever you want, like all those the examples that you were giving of like certain necklaces and stuff. I'm gonna need all three of you to give like a stealthy sort of movement. So give me a physical roll against whatever your emotional state is. I don't think. Yeah, I wouldn't even call this camouflage, although that could come into play here in a minute, Kyle or Eli. But this is just literally like, are you moving stealthily in this area? And give me a physical roll for that.
Got it. Don't screw me up, dice. You did it. You suck so much. I got a 6.
I'm back to neutral, so I got a 9, but I'm gonna use luck.
Okay.
I got a 19 against my physical 15, so I made it.
Okay. As you go deeper, Colin and Fern, like the sound you're making of what you're doing isn't necessarily making much of an impact. It's not echoing like it's kind of deadened to this area you're in, even based off even the cave walls. But as Dharma and Kyle go deeper into the treasure pile to look more closely, they're making more and more noise. That said, Kyle, give me a mental, like if you spot the blade or not.
Okay. Does Mind Palace work for this? Because that's more knowledge.
No. This would be like if you spotted it, less of like, are you pulling from any sort of history book or something?
Okay, so this is going to be a 13. It's a 16. I'm a smart boy.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So you spot this, what could only be the blood bonding blade.
God, that's a sword with a name. That's a name brand sword.
You see, so like if this will suck for the podcast, but like imagine what you're looking at is like a pile of treasure that's covering the middle part of the blade. So you can see the end where the handle is, and then the blade part, but then everything in between is kind of covered in treasure. Again, the way that you were moving was kind of loud, so you guys are clomping forward, and you can hear the like even this as you're climbing up, you can hear like treasure sliding down. It's making a lot of noise, and because of that, within a second the whole ground starts to rumble, and out of this pile where you see the blade emerges, it's a nostril of the giant dragon, and the blade is sticking through like the nose of this dragon, and it starts to like lift up out of the treasure, and this huge enormous dragon is staring down at you. This could only be UFO, who was sleeping under this pile, and he lifts up, just not taking up the entire space, but he looks down at you and just kind of like gives like a tisk 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 type of sound and goes, "More foolish thieves trying to take what is mine. What brings you here? Bugbear, halfling, wood elf, and goblin, why are you here?"
I mean, honestly, crippling student debt.
Your nose piercing.
You're here for the blade.
I'm not. I'm here for all this. And she like pulls out random necklaces from her pockets. You have a really cool collection.
Yeah, I know that, and I want to keep it. So I'm going to need you to put that back.
But what if I made something with it and gave it back to you, but it would just be in a different form?
There is only one thing that I desire, and I will extend to you the same offer I've extended to anybody who so carelessly stumbles in here, and that's if you can cook me a dish that is so spectacular, so inventive, and so satisfying that I have no need to let your bodies digest in the stomach acid that you are standing in, then I will let you live. And the dish I desire is the one I've sought for centuries of my life and never had the pleasure of experiencing. I've heard of this legendary dish. It's called a taco. I demand the perfect taco. And it's at this point that you see, like, kind of interspersed within all of the like treasure here is like this acid, and like you guys have a moment to, like, you've been poisoned to a degree, but just by being in this room. But you have a wager to, like, escape if you were to satisfy UFO's
Craving.
desires. Yeah.
Okay, one question. What's your spice tolerance?
I'm a dragon, you see. I literally breathe fire. So
I don't want to assume.
I appreciate the question. It's very considerate of you, Bugbear, but I can handle whatever you throw down.
Great.
We're going to say you literally have 10 real-time minutes to come up with a plan to present the perfect taco to this dragon. Go.
Do we see a kitchen anywhere? Okay.
No kitchen. That said, because you already observed this, I think it was you, Kyle, that clocked Dharma. Dharma's like goodness, like good intentions here. If you look over, you can see she's kind of like kind of thinking, like her gears are working really intensely, and she's like mapping things out and starts like scribbling on a piece of paper.
Dharma, what are you withholding? What do you know? Do you have tortillas?
I don't. So what I have never shared with anyone, what I haven't shared with any of you, is my deep desire and passion to start a restaurant of my own. My family would frown upon it, but that's why I need the money. I need to start. I want to start a restaurant called. I want to make my famous bear claws, but I guess I could try to make tacos. There's just I don't know how to make it work. We need ingredients. We need a way to pull it all together. What do you all suggest? If you all can help me get the ingredients I need, then I can make it. I can make it perfect. I can make it delicious. But I need help.
Okay, we need tortillas. Yeah, go ahead, Lou.
Well, I was just going to say, but literally one of my skills, I wrote out scavenging for useful / pretty things.
So you've got your scavenging skills. Let's go ahead and I'm going to give each of you kind of an example here. So your scavenging skills are perfect, Fern, and this will be sort of the like memory of all that you've encountered. But first, let's do like a list, because I liked where you were going with that, Eli. Of like, what do you need to make a perfect taco? Okay. I could go get the book if you want.
We need. Oh God, no, anything.
Like we've never had a taco before.
Well, but it's just 4 things.
You're not UFO.
It's 4 things. We need tortilla. We need meat.
Mm-hmm.
What other shit do they need? We need vines. We need those vines. We need some lettuce.
Onions, cilantro. Are we going classic
toppings.
Taco?
Mm-hmm.
We need
Are we doing
toppings.
white people taco night with?
Are we? Hey, listen. This dragon doesn't know shit. Let's go. Let's do white people tacos. Salsa.
We need something spicy.
Acid.
Need something. The acid. Yes.
Acid, fat, heat. What was all?
Yeah. Literally acid.
Hi.
Yeah.
Welcome. Okay, there were those vines back there. What can we use for meat, though?
Yeah, there were. I wonder
There were
if
a lot of dead bodies.
It's at this point that you see the toad that was lingering from before.
There it is.
Emerges and is like, this is my treasure now. And he's just standing in the treasure
Smoky.
entryway. Yeah.
Smoked meat.
Smoky tacos. Let's go.
Ooh, and you hear from UFO above being like, "Oh, I could go for some smoky tacos. That sounds good." And he just blasts him with oblivion. This toad is just fried toad standing in front of the doorway that he came in, and you can still hear the like smacking of the walls, like kind of banging together from the room from before that you rollerbladed through.
Great.
Hey.
Like maybe check any of the packs from the deceased people to see if they have rations of some sort. Like we can find some sort of bread-based thing.
Wait. Take the bread. Take some if somebody has like a boule, has a loaf of bread, and then put it into the smashy thing
Into
to
the
make
room that's
the
smacking.
tortilla. Yeah.
It's a giant tortilla press.
Yeah. This is like we're gonna do like the culinary, like classic Italian music fades in, and you guys pull. This is just like magical, like lovely evening night is playing over this while you like rip packs from dead, mutilated bodies and like rifle through them to find bread. And you go to the room and you toss it in, and it just smashes it together, making like perfectly flat, round tortillas, I guess you could call them.
Yeah.
Opa.
Not bread. Like there were those vines that we climbed, so maybe like running back to grab some quote unquote lettuce.
Okay. Yeah.
I scavenge
what else?
and try to find cumin. Spicy.
Were any of these dead people like spice merchants?
Yeah.
Let's do like just a general luck roll. We'll give it to you, Fern, because you're the scavenger. So roll with advantage on like physical to see if you can find.
And because you aren't rolling like shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I got 19.
There we go.
Woo.
You find somebody that's in a chef's costume, but they're a
Why did he
gigantic
come?
rat. They're a gigantic rat, and if you knock over their hat, you see like a small human sitting on top of their head.
A little pixie,
Reverse
a
Ratatouille.
dead
it's
pixie.
a reverse Ratatouille, yeah.
Oh.
And but their pack is just full of like perfect stuff for this situation.
Onions.
11
Oh,
herbs and spices. All right.
Cilantro tastes like soap to
that.
me.
Kyle, put me on your shoulders like that, and I can ratatouille you.
Consent, please.
He's asking.
Just given the sequence of events, while like Fern and Kyle in particular have taken on the scavenging duties here, Dharma, who's pulling all this together and is actually cooking. She's managed to put together a flame. She's managed all sorts of apparatus. Like her pack that she mentioned at the very start is actually full. She like rolls out her knife kit and is like sharpening and like putting things together. She's like figured out like mini flames to cook everything, but she looks to you, Colin, and goes, "Colin, here." She like thrusts the biggest knife that she has in your hand and be like, you need to do the meat carving for me. Like everybody else is busy. We only have a few minutes, so you got to do it.
All right, and I go up to the frog.
So Colin, this isn't so much. Actually, I'm going to make this both. I'm going to make you have to do 2 rolls, and this will be to complete the dish. The first is, this is a stress test for you before you do any cutting, because you're about to carve up a toad man that's been incinerated, who was smoking, and it's just as confident as you were to begin this adventure. This is a moment where we need to put that to the test again. So, give me a mental stress test roll.
Okay, that was a 6.
Come on.
I did not do very good on that.
Are you gonna? Okay. All right,
let's
so
see.
you're
Let's
stressed.
see. Let's see. Hold on.
You're gonna have to make another roll, so keep that in mind. Whether you want to use the luck then or now.
I'm going to use the luck now, and that depletes my luck completely.
Okay. All right.
So
you're putting
I'm out of luck.
everything on this. Okay.
Yes.
So you're not stressed. For some reason, chopping up a toad man doesn't stress you out. Again, maybe you're a psychopath.
Sociopath.
Yeah.
I really need to learn something about myself tonight.
Yeah. We're going to add some skills here. You're going to need to make a cut that doesn't release the like psychedelic venom that is inside of this smoky toad guy. You're not going to have, you have no idea where this like venom sac is, but if you do it wrong, it is going to be included in the taco. So give me let's just call it a physical roll, or whichever. Let's call it whichever, because I guess you could say like I'm trying to deduce mentally where to cut here. So you could choose which, like the better of your two attributes, I guess.
Okay.
Is a psychedelic taco really that bad of an idea?
I don't know how UFO behaves when he's high. I don't want to risk it.
I got an 18, but I want to use my lucky day and just keep on going with this, because I think it isn't lucky day like I'm in advantage, and if I get advantage I add 2 and then I can roll another one.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. In like a general initiative, the way it would work is it's like a compounding. You gain luck as you keep succeeding, and because you chose to succeed on the previous, you can boost this a little bit.
I just wanted to boost it to be like, for some reason I am chopping up this frog like I have trained for it my whole life, and this I really do need to like.
They taught you that at Starbucks.
yeah. I need to seek a therapist after this once I get back, because I need to really figure out my feelings on everything. But I'm like totally okay with this.
Okay, so you've prepared you've prepared the meat perfectly from a butchering standpoint. You've kept the sort of like the different cuts that are available on the tray that you're now bringing over to Dharma to complete the taco. The psychedelic aspect, like sack, is still there. It's just off to the side, and very obviously so. Dharma, being an expert cook that you've just now discovered, knows how to use the psychedelic. So that was a wise observation, Kyle. She knows how to use the psychedelic attributes of a smoky toad, and she kind of mixes this all into the taco. It's been 10 minutes, and you all present it to UFO. Do any of you do anything other than like, here's your gigantic taco? Like, do you want to emphasize anything or like influence him in any way?
You know how a chef will like try a dish and stuff like that? Since I know that there's a sack full of hallucinogens, I kind of just want to dip a finger in it and try it out.
Of course you do.
Colin, you're so close. You're so close. All right. Well,
while Colin is doing that, I have helped Dharma have it's like a slate plate, like a plate, like when they like the plating has been very like, I like help make the plating really good, and I go, for your tasting pleasure.
I make a little happy face out of some of the jewelry on the plate. Just
don't eat the jewelry though.
It's garnish. It's garnish. Yeah.
Oh, it's like those cakes when they put those like metal balls on them and stuff like that.
Those are edible though.
But why? Why do you want to put metal in your mouth? I don't know.
I don't think they're actually metal, Colin. Okay, well, we'll deal with Colin's drug experimentation in a second. So you present this taco. UFO takes a bite. I'm gonna roll for Dharma just to see. Like, you've already created a pretty like just conventional taco, just given UFO's never had one. This will just be a matter of how intensely, whether you succeed or maybe even fail, that this goes. But it will all be based off of Dharma's ability to prepare. I'm going to roll with advantage because she's a good cook. All right. Second roll was a 3, but the first was an 18. So, and given the psychedelic aspect that you've added in from the smoky toad, you've combined this perfect combination of salt, fat, the literal acid, heat from the toad. Now with this like psychedelic boost that just like euphoric, like hallucinating joy of like flavored spectacular. And UFO just is like nodding along in enjoyment as he completes the taco, and just like contented sigh. That was the best thing I have ever eaten in my life. Thank you. You can of course leave. That I will never forget this. And he like starts to like get really sleepy and is about to like collapse down into the and fall asleep into like a deep slumber back inside of the treasure. There seems to be no danger of like anything happening. He's about to fall asleep. Now, Colin, you decided to try out this toad sack. So you're gonna need to just give me just a straight up luck roll. If it's above a 10, you're fine. If it's under 10, something horrible is gonna happen.
Oh, it's a 16. So can I go on the same journey? Can I go on the same journey as the dragon and cuddle up next to I am an astronaut going off and just joining into this spectacular voyage.
Yeah. Somehow you found yourself like wandering over to the reverse Ratatouille and like putting the like fairy in your head and putting the chef hat on. But UFO falls into a deep sleep. What would you all like to do now?
I want to take the sword, please.
Yeah, you can just rip it out. It doesn't wake him up. He doesn't move at all. He's just snoring soundly, and you rip this sword out. I guess what I said, this will be a moment where like in the episode, like the mold starts to like descend from like the walls here, but you have a moment, you particularly Kyle, you all having achieved the mission that like it seems like you were set out to complete. You have a moment to decide whether you want how you want to handle holding the blood bonding blade. Again, this is something that as you hold it, you feel intense magical power with it. So you have a moment to like, with your intent here to like chart the course for your character or influence like what this mold does as it kind of tries to take you back home.
I think he looks at the sword and he just feels empowered and he feels really strong, and he looks at Fern and goes, "Hey, do you want to go rollerblading sometime?"
It's like, would love to. She's like holding some dragon scales that she found, like trying to stuff them into her pockets, and hopefully just like, yeah, I haven't been roller skating or rollerblading in like 20 years. That would be awesome.
Cool, it's a date. Mold.
Mold, yeah. The mold envelops all three of you, and you shimmer back. You taking the blade with you, not giving it to Dharma, who just like, and you warp back to the Michaels, where like now in your hand, you're holding a sword that looks plastic, like you would have gotten it out of a clearance bin. In your pockets, Fern, are all the like gems and jewels and stuff, but they're the clearly plastic kind that you would find at Michael's. Colin, you're like kind of passed out and woozy, so you're just kind of sitting there.
I'm just swimming. I'm swimming in the yarn, the red.
Yeah,
yarn.
The yarn is still on your head. Yeah, that you've warped back. You see the old man like walking back, and it's like, "I'm just so sorry. I didn't mean to attack. Oh, Oh, geez. Oh, is he okay? Is he okay? Did I do that to him?
Yeah, you did. I think you're part of the pipe cleaner conspiracy theory.
Oh, no. I'm not going back. I'm not going back to jail. And he just takes off and leaves. You hear the ding ding, and it like opens and shuts the door. Fern and Kyle, is there anything you want to do to sort of wrap up your date, your rollerblading date that you set up, or?
Hey, you want to go get some crafts stuff?
You mean in the store that we're in right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have this whole basket of things and now some other random things in my pockets. Do I have to pay for these? Are these actually from Michael's or?
Hey, if you don't say it out loud, they'll never know.
They just kind of steps over Colin swimming on the floor and starts heading to the self-checkout.
I think Kyle kind of crouches down next to Colin and goes, "Hey man, I don't know what your deal is or what you are working through, but like, you're good just the way you are. Just FYI."
Thank you. I'm an astronaut.
Wow.
Like, Fern pulls out, like, in one of her pockets, she's got some stickers, so she finds one that's like a gold star sticker and just puts it on Colin's cheek.
As the two of you walk to another aisle or just leave the vicinity of where Colin is still in a dazed state now with a gold star on his face, Colin, you feel like some moving in your red yarn hair, and like falling into your lap out of the red yarn hair is a not dead but alive pixie from the reverse Ratatouille.
I definitely would be shocked and wide-eyed and be like, are you here to guide me?
Not in a million years would I think that's what you were about to say.
Hey, as somebody who's known Colin since first
This
grade,
is his special
100%
skill.
would do that.
So the pixie just goes,
and then I would start screaming too.
Yeah, you just scream at each other, and then the pixie explodes, and the episode's over.
Join us next week for another episode of Mold, where Matt tries to kill Colin.
That's right. Thank you for listening. This episode featured myself, Matt Kroeger, your game master, Lauren Smith as Fern, Eli Galliher as Kyle, and Colin Orr as Colin Orr. Theme song by Funeral Language. You can follow us on the social medias and YouTube at One Shot to Survive. If you enjoyed the episode, maybe consider leaving a review in your podcast app or sharing with your pockets-loving, competitive puzzling, red yarn afro friends. Or just anybody. You don't have to be that specific. We also have a Patreon at patreon.com/oneshot-to-survive, where you can gain access to exclusive bonus content like recap podcasts and even the one shot from this very episode in the event that you too would like to cook the perfect hallucinogenic toad taco. Hope you enjoyed the episode. The next one will be available January 21st. Yes, that's right. We are finally hitting a pause week, but there's plenty to catch up on in the back catalog since we started in December. So get listening. Thanks so much. Do good and be well, friends. Bye. Of course this would happen at Michael's.
Of course.
Of course.
I wish this was just the first time. I'd say
It's big crafty. No, this is the real conspiracy theory. What the fuck is wrong with Colin Orr?
That's true.
Why does this keep happening?
Not again.
Not again.